Welcome back to Bob's Magic Emporium. Time for the next All New Magical Mondays, the show where I bring you a brand new magic video every single Monday. Tenyo's Trisector today. This is a trick I got off eBay. It's a little bit of a hard-to-find trick. Not as hard to find as some of the other Tenyo items that I put out over the years, but it's a really great trick, though. So I'm going to do my full review after I perform it. So I have something I've been thinking about an awful lot is the stage magicians who do like the ladies in the boxes and they transform into tigers and that kind of stuff. Well, I don't do anything like that because it's out of my price range to actually buy those big stage illusions. But I thought maybe I'd try one in a little bit of a smaller scale, something that fits my budget. So I recently made this the other day. This is my big stage illusion kind of scaled down. And we also need an assistant. It's going to be Mr. George Washington right here. So I want you to see nothing in my hands. I'm not going to hold anything fancy. Notice that there's nothing else on the dollar or anything like that. So I'm going to fold this dollar bill. We'll fold it like this, and I'll fold it like that. Perfect. So now I can put Mr. Washington right inside of this box. So let me try to do that here. Oops. Let's see if I can put him in the right way. All right, there we go. Right inside of the box, just like that. I think that should be good. We'll push that over. And now Mr. Washington is inside of the box. Take a look at that. Okay, well, actually, we're going to try something with Mr. George Washington inside of this box. We're going to take some little blades here, and we're going to push those straight into Mr. George Washington. There's one. Oh, I got one. Let's see if I can get two in there. Ah, there we go. And two blades inside Mr. Washington makes him 3 pieces, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, I know you don't believe me, but watch. I can actually push this little middle part over and show you that it really is in 3 pieces. And notice that there's nothing in there. There's no trapdoors or mirrors or anything like that. But watch. I can't leave Mr. Washington like this. If I do, if I leave him like this for too long, I can't reverse the process. So we're going to go ahead and push him back. And I'll take the first piece like that. All right, we'll take that one out. And I'll take the second one out. Just something kind of like that. Perfect. And now I'll pull Mr. Washington out of the box. And you can see that he is back in 1 piece. And that's Tenyo's Trisector, ladies and gentlemen. This is a really fun trick to do. Tenyo puts out a lot of really interesting stuff. I really like a lot of the Tenyo stuff. Like, one of the tricks they put out is confusing cubes. They've put out some other really good stuff. But this is one of their older tricks, and I actually love this thing. Ever since I got it, I've just been playing around with it, and it's so much fun to do. They don't make these anymore, but you can find these on eBay. Now, like I say, it's a little hard to find these, but it's also not as hard as some of the other ones, like Mini Metamorphosis and some of their older stuff is a lot harder to find than this guy. But this is still a little hard to find. You're not going to find it on every magic eBay page out there. But this is really fun to do. It's pretty easy to do. You do have to do one sleight of hand move. I can't talk about it, but there is one thing that can be a little troublesome. But this is a really great trick, though, because when you push the blades into the dollar and then you separate the middle, people get freaked out by that because they're just like, wait, what? The dollar's solid. Another really cool thing is you also got to do a buyer beware on these things because these are originally Tenyo is a Japanese trick or Japanese company, so they're going to have Japanese money in some of these. Instead of using a dollar bill, you're going to use a yen. So you got to make sure you watch out for that. But if you buy one that you need a yen or something, you can change out the dollar bill. You can swap it out. So if you don't want $1 and you want like $100 in there or $10, you can swap it out and you can use other dollars. It just takes a little more setup. But I got an American dollar version, and you could definitely get one with yen. I'm sure they make some with pounds. Excuse me. But you can also, like I say, swap the dollar bills out, and that's very. It looks a little complicated to do when I read the instructions for the trick, but I was like, you know what? Don't worry about it, because I'm just going to leave it as the dollar. But I thought, let me read the instructions how to swap it out, and it looks a little complicated, but I don't want to break the trick, so that's why I'm going to say don't swap out the money if you don't have to, because of the fact that it looked a little complicated and if I tried it, I probably would break my trick, so I don't want to do that. So that's Tenyo's Trisector. Be on the lookout next week, or I'm hoping next week, possibly the following week. I got another Tenyo item off eBay, and it is the 4D 4D surprise, and that is the trick with the Statue of Liberty, where it appears on this little plate. It's going to be really cool. I can't wait for that one to come. And also, for people watching this Tenyo video, if you know of a place I can get Tenyo mini metamorphosis, please put that in the comments down below. I'm checking eBay all the time, because that is like #1 on my magic wish list, is to get Tenyo mini metamorphosis. So I really would like to get that. So if you know of a place I can get that besides eBay, because I'm checking eBay like every day for that, please post that in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next Monday for another Magical Monday. Do you know how to mix up cards? You say, "You are not cards. You are not cards." You get the 2 tubes, and you get a certain amount of bottles. Let me grab one of the real and usable. You're probably talking like $100 trick. So that's why. And it's a real... Their selected card will say there's the King of Diamonds, goes right on the table. And all